For entertainment purposes only. If I could go live, I would go live, but I can't. I'm like in between and trying to cook and stuff. I am not watching the State of the Union. Some observations, and also welcome new subscribers. This mess in Iowa has FOTUS's fingerprints all over it. I've been checking in for the FBI, the intel communities, about NGP Van, the app, and the Iowa chair, the guy who had the briefing today about the 62% that were turned in. So, oh my gosh. So here, we're just going to start here. This is the app that I did. Shadow Inc. What's going on in Iowa today? How's it going? What are you doing? Trying to keep their balance and stability because things are really falling apart because they are covered in an absolute tower moment. Their challenge is the voter suppression. At the basis of this, hello, Brittany. This is Brittany. Yes, this is Brittany Kaiser. She's showing up everywhere now. What's crowning this is the Four of Swords. That's not the retreat card. That is about Four of Swords. Well, here, I'll show you. That has to do with the Empress, Trump Russia, laying low, the Chariot coming in quickly at the last minute and manipulating vote tallies. But this is a software issue. Because in the past, the data, the information was fed at the Caucuses, and some of the numbers were coming through, some of them weren't. They took a time out to what was going on and what's to come. The sword of truth is coming out a little bit. How do we see that app that they used? The Lovers, Trump Russia. Remember, this was, I think, candidate 2. The environment is one of the FBI is charging in. And no, they are charging in, but this is the app trying to take action. Pro app be kind of rescue themselves, I guess, and trying to stay balanced. Look at this. Their hope has to do with the star, the office of the President of the United States. Their fear is the King of Wands. This is MBS. This is what I wanted to get to. Because you have the operations with the interference in our election that is coming from the Saudis, Russia, and China. It seems to me what was going on and being manipulated in Iowa came more of an origin from the Saudis. Next steps, the devil. What's their relationship with Stubb in Siberia? Final outcome, Queen of Cups. Part of me feels like Pelosi has a say in what's going on. She knows what's going on. This is why in the news not so long ago, there was like a formal announcement that they feel like there's interference going on with the elections against Joe Biden. Remember, I told you guys, this is what was crowning Joe Biden in Iowa. This is voter suppression. This app now is having problems staying in balance and the suppression counts. This is what's to come next. United States. Mueller is showing up all over the place with the Mueller investigation. So this is Shadow Inc., that app. I'm going to write this down really quick so that I have notes because these things are really starting to overlap one another. The Iowa chair guy, he's in a heap of trouble. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, he's just this innocent person. No, carefully selected, handcrafted, aged with time. So this is the ink, the Shadow Ink, the app. FBI, tell us about that app that was used in Iowa. FBI, what can you tell us about the Shadow app? FBI, what can you tell us about the shadow app that was used in Iowa? The organization, the government, in the past, they had an agreement. The organization had an agreement. Is this, yes, this is the Democrat Party. They had an agreement with this app, you know, as a provider of a service, which led to what now? Total heartbreak. And the challenge is 10 swords in the back. Okay. This 10 swords in the back, this, in my previous checks that I'm doing, this is actually Joe Biden. He's showing up all over the place as the 10 of swords. Is this Joe Biden? Is this Donald Trump? It's both of them. This is both Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not a viable candidate, and this is Donald's efforts to thwart Biden. Which led to what, FBI, about this app? The death. The ending of who? The Six Wands mob wanted to bring an end to the nightmare with the indicted fool. That was an effort to kill the case against Donald. Yet another effort. What's at the basis of all this, FBI, what you know about this app? The election. Now, if you read my post, I posited in the middle of the night, it finally came to me in a flash. I think that the Russian interference in hacking the election is three-pronged and how they take over all the elections here in the U.S. Number one, Donald and the Republican Party. Number two is giant tech and software, because this app through Shadow, they feed their information to NGP Van. NGP Van is the software that takes care of the servers and the voter databases. And Shadow has two locations, one in California, one in DC. The one in California is in Calabasas, where Kobe's plane went down, and my guides were like, pay attention, because I saw that detail, and they're like, that city is relevant. So, being in Silicon Valley, the Democrats hired a company, expected them to do the job. The company said, okay, we'll do a job. But on the side, what you can't see is all the interference and the manipulation going on in the background, because they had a different agenda, okay? Then the third prong has to do with the Democrat Party. How are you going to roll the Democrat Party? You're going to do the second prong, the software, the mobile units, the apps, to overcome the Democratic Party. That's what it is. And that's how they're so easily able to manipulate, identify, micro-target, and turn in an instant, very passionately, Sanders versus Buttigieg, Mayor Pete, everyone against Joe, Warren this, blah, 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 go Yang, go, you know, it's just, they're able to instantly manipulate everything on everyone's devices. So this is what the FBI has on this app. MBS. This is why Donald is like, yeah, well, we're going to send our troops over to help MBS because, yeah, he gave us $1 billion. He didn't give the U.S. $1 billion. We know that. This is the exchange of our troops is for this election, starting with the Iowa caucuses. There's all the votes. That's the op, that's the assault. These are the electronic digital manipulation, because the FBI sees this as a plan that progressed and was in cahoots with others overseas. Okay, so that was the app. Intelligence communities, what do you have on the Iowa chair? What do you have on that guy that had the whatchamacallit, the press conference today? Intelligence agencies, what do you have on him? What do you know about that guy, the Iowa chair, and what happened with the elections and the electronics and the app and NGP van? They know he was there to separate someone from something. His function was binary. As the chair, his job was to separate things. Not integrate and count, but separate. He's covered in USA. USA, all over him. His challenge, this guy, the intel agencies say it's trying to successfully end what he was doing with separating voters. At the basis of this, we have moneyed news. This could be Jared. It could be Eric. It could be Parscale. The basis of this could be votes and data, but no, it's not. This is a person. This is a person that is delivering money or data, valuable stuff. What's crowning the Iowa chair is, want to get away? His transmission of information, databases, and each sort to me tells me like how many times they like went back and forth, sharing intelligence, electronically transmitting stuff. He's been doing this for a while. In the past, this Iowa chair, it already was a nightmare for him, what he was to do. Total nightmare. In the past, or no, he planned a nightmare. What is this? Yes, oh, there's that Ace of Cups from La Frog. So he was planting a nightmare and had secret talks about how they were going to implement this to win the election. It's a nightmare for him now, but he was planting a nightmare. Which led to what about this Iowa chair? Oh. The Queen of Pentacles. Is this Moflo? This is not the FLOTUS. Nope. Is this Rebecca Mercer? Oh my gosh. Really? Is this Brittany Kaiser? No, this is more Rebecca Mercer. We haven't seen her in a while. Oh, because she's now carrying the Ace of Cups from Lavrov. Quickly. Because it's election season to elect the next president. So she's carrying the baton. That's what's to come. Oh my gosh, how does intelligence see the Iowa chair? As the office, working for the office of the President of the United States. Or start witness? No, this has everything to do with Donald. The environment is one for him. Oh, is this Facebook? Yes, it's Facebook and how Facebook changes the narrative ad nauseum, because there's Rebecca Mercer. Intelligence agencies, what is your hope with this Yahoo? That they can get more information on how they changed views, changed voter minds, changed suspended coherent thought and judgment. What is this about? The Hanged Man. How they pulled it off with who was revealed to be the winner. How they pulled that off with the Russian interference, Trump, Russia, the secrets and how they manipulate elections, and the secret talk. So the intel agencies want more information on how the Iowa chair's role in how this whole process happens against the electorate. What's the fear, intel agencies, about this guy? He's just going to fight and obstruct like the rest of them. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Next steps with this guy. That's the FBI. What's the FBI going to do? Look at election stuff. that was stolen and all the outrage that it's caused, and and China's involvement. So that's what the FBI is doing next with this guy. What's the final outcome, intel regarding this guy? He's an indicted fool. Oh, God. Card of the reading, the Eight of Wands reversed. This is how the electronic messaging about the votes going in to be counted were stopped. I had in a different reading that the Knight of Wands, the FBI knew about this, and they, I think, halted the transmissions. This is for entertainment purposes only. So, that's it. There was something else I wanted to say. Speaker Pelosi knows. Schiff knows. Who else knows? I don't think I have any other radical information except for this. Oh, it bothers me that nobody is still talking about how Hillary's voter information was stolen. It bothers me that no one's talking about Kamala Harris's voter information being stolen. And now we find out in South Carolina right now, the Republicans are getting behind Bernie Sanders and making a really big push to have him elected. And apparently there, you can vote for both sides in their, I don't know if they do caucuses or primaries, but that's South Carolina's plan right now. Okay, guys, have a nice evening. There's more to come out of this. This is just a snapshot right now. We are heading into the full moon. The Seven of Wands right now is very active. We started with the Ace of Wands at the quarter moon. We're in the waxing full moon. So this is more like Facebook and fighting stuff. And then when we get to the full moon, we get to the sun, which is all about revelation. So I don't know what we're going to find out at this during the full moon. Okay, you guys, thanks. Have a great day, evening.